Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very important discussion wherein we are going to discuss about an instrument which can fetch us more returns than most of the investment avenues which are available in the market right now. Now that the markets are falling, I'm sure majority of your portfolios are going to be in red, and that is the reason why you might be more interested to know about this instrument. When it comes to falling markets, everyone knows about the concept of SIPs, or we also call it as the rupee cost averaging, which helps us to get a lower average cost for the investments that we purchase. But other than that, can we think about an instrument which can fetch us good returns, which can fetch us steady returns in spite of whether markets are going in the upward direction or in the downward direction? So today we are going to discuss about something known as T-bills. Not that T-bills. We are going to discuss about treasury bills. Now in today's section we are going to discuss about three important points. Number 1, we are going to discuss about what are treasury bills. We are going to discuss about why should we even think about investing in treasury bills, and very important, number 3, how to invest in T-bills. So first and foremost, let's try and understand what are T-bills. T-bills are nothing but instruments which are issued by Government of India, and we as people, when we want to invest in T-bills, we will get a fixed rate of return. Okay. Now, if you ask me currently what is the yield available on T-bills, currently it is at 7.01%, and believe it or not, it will be a little bit more than many of the bank FDs. Now, why am I comparing it with bank FDs? Because bank FDs or T-bills, both are going to give us a fixed return. But if I talk about risky, which is more risky, I feel that any times, right, Government of India security is going to be comparatively less risky as compared to any bank security. Now just one more clarification: Government of India, I'm not even talking about a state government issuing a T-bill. This is an instrument which is issued by the central government of India, so obviously risk is very low as compared to any bank. And very important second point, the returns are also more or less a little bit more than FDs. But wait, here I'm going to give a disclaimer. Why? Because FD rates may change from time to time. T-bills ka yield may change from time to time. So whenever you are wanting to invest in T-bills, please compare first that whether FD interest are more or T-bills are more, the yield on T-bills is more, and then only think about investing in a T-bill. I hope till here it is clear. Second important point is that why would government even issue a T-bill? Government wants money for various purposes. It's as good as government asks for a loan from people like you and me. Then why would they ask for a loan? Simple. They would want money to build roads. They would want money to build bridges. They would want money to build power transmission lines. They would want money to build metros maybe, and whatnot. So all these could be different sets of expenditures which the government has to incur, and for that they need money. Now there could be two different time frames for which they need money, and for that we can say that the loan required can be in the nature of long term, or it could be in the nature of short term. If it is in the nature of long term, they issue GSEC, or that is known as Government Securities. And if it is in the nature of short term, they would issue T-bills, and these T-bills are in the category of short term. Why? Because they come in three categories. Possibility number 1, T-bill can come in a maturity of only 91 days. That's like a 3-month T-bill, right? Second one can be with a maturity of 182 days. That is nothing but like 6 months T-bill. And the third one will be like 364 days T-bill. That is less than 1 year. And that is the obvious reason why these all fall into the category of short-term categories. Well, by now we have answered two important questions. Number 1, we have understood what is a T-bill. We said it's nothing but like a loan which the government has taken from us for various purposes like infrastructure or like government hospitals, educational institutes and whatnot. Second thing, we also understood as to why should we invest in T-bills, because we did a comparison with bank FDs and we said that both give us fixed returns, but the T-bills is going to be a shade less risky as compared to bank FDs, and many of the times it may have a potential to fetch more returns as compared to FDs, right? And I have also given a disclaimer that the rates may differ based on time, right? Now let's take a oversimplified example as to how does the mechanism of T-bill work. Okay, so assume that this is your bank account and this is the bank account of Government of India. I know it's something like a retail direct scheme of RBI and this that, but as I said, oversimplified example. Okay, so first and foremost, what happens is that you will apply for a T-bill. So you first have to pay the application money. Assume that you pay 100 rupees to the Government of India account. Okay, now important point here is that every single time you apply for the T-bill, it is not necessary that you are going to get a T-bill. It may be oversubscribed and you may not get a T-bill as an allotment, right? But in our example, let's assume that you get an allotment. Okay, so while you get an allotment, exactly, this T-bill instrument will be given to you in, of course, the demat format, in the dematerialized format. Along with this, you are also going to get a refund. Oh, now what is this refund? Wait, I'm going to tell this to you. You had originally paid 100 rupees, you got a refund of, let us say, 10 rupees. Simple till here. Now tell me, how much is the effective investment that you made in T-bills? Effective investment is nothing but 100 minus 10, that is nothing but 90. Okay, but that is the way a T-bill works. You might be like, "Are to shuruat mein initially only you should have given 90 rupees na? Why this first apply then refund?" That's how a T-bill works. I am not the one who decides this mechanism. Okay, so first pay entire amount, then you will get a refund on what? On allotment. Still here it is clear. Now assume that 1 year has passed by. Okay, 364 days. If you remember, 364 days have passed by. Now what will happen? Now it is the day of maturity. On maturity, you are going to get entire proceeds of 100 rupees, and that is how the T bill will get matured. Now, if I were to calculate how much money did you get, how much yield did you get effectively, how much interest did you get, it was nothing but 10 rupees. That was the yield that you got. 10 rupees on an investment of what? 10 divided by 90, because that was only the amount that was invested. So if you do 10 by 90 into 100, you are going to get an effective yield of 11.11%. Okay, but as I told you, this is just an example, oversimplified example. In real life, you are not going to get 11.11% return. Currently, as I said, the yield is 7.01%. I hope this oversimplified example is absolutely clear. Now let's go and understand the most important point as to how to invest in T-bills. But before you invest, I'm sure you would want to know what is the latest yield on T-bills. And for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to Google, and here I'm going to just put RBI Retail Direct. Okay, once I click on this, I'll just scroll down a bit, and here you can see tenor wise indicative yields. So here the latest data that I can see right now as I shoot the video is of 25th April 2023. Okay, here you can see for T-bills, here you can see 91 days, 182 days and 364 days. Here the yield is right here, YTM, and you can see that for the 91 days T-bill, the YTM yield to maturity is 6.77%. For 182 days, it is 6.95%. And for 364 days, it is 7.009%, almost 7.01%, right? Now, there are some creative people who feel that for 91 days, you are going to get 6.77%. That is not the case, that this is an annualized yield, right? So, you will get pro rata only for roughly 3 months. That is the proportionate yield that you're going to earn on the 91 days T-bill. Also, one more important point that I would want to tell you, that 91 days T-bill is issued on a weekly basis, whereas 182 days T-bill and 364 days T-bill is issued on a fortnightly basis. Now that you know that, okay, assume that 364 T-bill sounds good to me, 7.01% roughly is the current yield to maturity. How do I go about investing in it? Now for that, again, I'm back to home page. Here you can see the login one. On login, I'm going to click on RBI Retail Direct account. So here, assuming I don't have any account right now, I'll just click on register here. It tells you that what all things you need before you register. Something like your mobile number should be linked to your Aadhaar card, you must have an active saving account, you should have a signature image of account holder and whatnot. All these things you should need, you should have, I mean, and then you should click on proceed. Now here, if you just check, it's a very simple form. Once you fill this up, just preview and submit it. It does not require any fancy knowledge. You just, it's very much self-explanatory. But just in case, if you want, I have made a separate video on our Marathi channel on how to invest or in T-bills. Now you might be like, I don't understand Marathi, but you just have to look at the screen, right? And I'm going to say, आता इथे click करा, इथे click करा. I'm not going to say, या बटनावर click, even I don't know what is in Marathi. Okay, so it's the basic instructions are going to be in English. So if you want, you can watch this video to get a simpler understanding on step-by-step investing about T-bills. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to share this video with your friends. Don't forget to smash the like button as well. And if you want to know more about how to earn 1 crore rupees, you can click here. And if you want to know more about NPS, you can click here. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.